All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another live stream talking about the latest Chelsea transfer news, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a cracking show. And like always, can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about all the stuff that's been happening over the past sort of 12 hours or so, because I try and cover every 12 hours. One in the morning UK time, one in the evening UK time. So hopefully all around the clock, this channel is always churning out the latest for you guys. So you don't have to go out there and search for yourself. You can come straight to this channel and get the latest gossip that's going around. Today, we've got quite a lot of topics to talk about, quite a lot of players to talk about. Of course, Rafael Leao is going to be the key interest. But there's going to be other players as well, 100%. I was just done with your last video, and now you're Starboy was just done with your last video, and now you're live. Hey, man, you better keep up, man. You better keep up. I like to do two pieces of material every day, just to keep everyone well informed all throughout. And I think it's great, like the community that we're building in this particular channel. I feel like we're all growing together. I feel like we're all learning together, and I feel like we're all aware. I think the awareness is the most important factor. To know, to be in the know, I suppose. We're not ITKs, but somewhat in the know. You know what I mean? So it's always great. Good to see so many of you guys have joined in. Smash the like button as soon as you've come through. As Shubra has said right here, big up everyone. Smash the like button before the discussion starts. There you go. Big up to each and every one of you guys. RN, Surfs, Valan, RS7, Rossan, Hendrik, Starboy, Valan, my man, CGFX, In Life No Limits, Jake Plant. Big up, Miz. Loving the videos. Thank you so much. It's only going to crank up now. We've got a watch along lined up. Definitely will be covering both the semifinals. Definitely will be covering, if God willing, inshallah, we'll be covering all of the World Cup matches from here on in, because there's only a handful of matches left. So, and I can't wait for the Morocco one. I really cannot wait. I've been searching for a Morocco jersey. I just couldn't find it. I mean, there is the authentic one, but that's like $150. I ain't spending $150 to get a Morocco jersey. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. I've been trying to look for a replica, but I just couldn't find one on time. Really wanted to wear a Morocco jersey for that Morocco watch along. It's going to be an epic one. Yeah, Morocco watch along. You best believe I am coming as a Moroccan that day. I really am. Good to see so many of you guys are here. Nev saying, Miz, I'm loving the consistency. Thank you so much. Advade, my man, soon we shall, I'm telling you, club football, as soon as club football starts, Real Madrid matches, we're going to be here, and look forward to the watch-alongs 100%. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the show. First up, this is what broke late last night, UK time. It was maybe an hour or maybe a few minutes after I dropped my video. So it goes something like this. At this stage, Rafael Leao doesn't want to extend with AC Milan. Chelsea held talks about him in Qatar. Milan refused Chelsea's offer 70 million euros. They want 150. Like, that's half the money that we've offered. But I'll tell you why we probably offered half the money. We'll get to that. The amount of the release clause. So obviously Milan wants the 150 million, which is the release clause. I need few people in the live chat to tell me a little bit about the release clause and the stipulations around it. But we'll get to that. First of all, I said it in my video, the last video, that it would be stupid if Rafael Leao signs the contract extension with AC Milan, unless he really wants to stay at AC Milan. Like if he feels that he can earn a lot more money and he wants to be at a better league, no disrespect to Serie A, then it would be dumb to sign the contract extension. And here we are. The news drops moments later that he's not really looking forward to sign the contract extension. There is no way AC Milan can compete with the financial powers that the Premier League clubs have, especially Chelsea. who've got that connection. Todd Bowley seems to have. Todd Bowley, one thing I have to say, he's making some really good connections with, whether it be Leipzig. We know there's a strong tie there. Then he's got very strong ties with Jorge Mendes, who's a super agent. He seems to have all of these Portuguese players under his belt. And then he's got a very close connection with the AC Milan hierarchies as well. And he's gone for a very good meal with the Barcelona hierarchies. So one thing I like about Todd Bowley is going around and trying to create good relationships so we can have first dibs. But at the moment, not many times we're having first dibs. We tend to be losing our players. But look, Nkunku is a good one, definitely a good one. Obviously, we've got Christopher Vivell from their technical director. But besides that, all the other sort of targets have not really worked out, especially the ones that Barcelona was going for. They got him. But coming back to the Rafael Leao situation, look, I think this guy really wants to join Chelsea Football Club. I really do. He's twerking around with the whole Chelsea situation. Apparently, he followed Chelsea's TikTok yesterday, then unfollowed. Everyone, took a screenshot of it. He's always flirting around with Reece James, and Reece James, vice versa, he's also flirting around. And it's not a secret at all. Like it's open to everyone that Todd Bowley really is keen on this particular player. He must have spoken to Jorge Mendes about this particular player, and I think he wants to join us. This is another one of those very, very nice situation that's brewing where I think we can just, go in and get the job done. Now, a couple of things to talk about here. He's got a release clause of 150 million euros. This is what Milan wants. But at the end of this season, he'll only have one more season left in his contract. Now, this is where I need you guys to help me out. Nearly 80 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button. Please do not hesitate to smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let me know what the stipulation is, because after this season, he'll only have one more season, one more year left in his contract. Do we still need to trigger that 150 million, or can we go in? Because AC Milan could potentially lose him for free. So I think this is why we are going in with a 70 million euros offer, because we know the contract situation at the end of this season. And this season, there's only, after this month, there's only 6 months left. So there's only 6 months left, and then he's only going to have one more year left. So what's the stipulation with the release clause? I'm pretty certain if we were to buy this player in January, we're going to have to trigger the release clause. But in the summer, do we have a chance to potentially get this player for a lot cheaper? Let me know about this release clause, because I'm not completely sure, ladies and gentlemen, about this. We need another Reece assist on this one, 100%. Leao plays on the left, same as Sterling. Sterling can go on the right, man. Sterling can go on the right. Like, Sterling is quite versatile. He can play on the right. Recently, I think against France as well, you saw him play on the right. For Man City, many a times we saw him play on the right. So I'm not worried about that one bit. Does he play better on the left? Maybe, but I think he's very good on the right as well. Robbie is saying, Miz, if you had to choose between Kalia, I know Kavicha, I call him Kavicha because I can't pronounce that last name, or Leao, who would you choose and why? Ooh, because Kavicha, I like him, man. I like him. He's a top-notch player for Napoli. Do you know what? I think I'd go for Kavicha. He's so explosive, man. He's dribbling, his creative sense. I like Leao, but I think Kavicha is probably a step above. But I don't look. There's no links with him. I won't even be surprised if down the track, if he goes to somewhere like Man City or Real Madrid or PSG. Like, he's destined for something huge. But yeah, man, Kavicha is mad. I'm worried we are not seeing serious links with any midfielders apart from Rice. Look, the midfield situation, just stay patient till summer, because there's no one available during January. Do you know what I mean? So, we've been linked with Edson Alvarez. So I think Edson Alvarez to Chelsea most likely could happen. There's I'm sure there's going to be talks about Caicedo, Brighton with Graham Potter link. So Look, I wouldn't be too worried. I wouldn't be too worried as yet. Because for someone whose contract is ending, I wouldn't even offer 70 million euros. I would ask him to run down his contract and let's get him for free smart moves. Well, that would mean we'd have to get him at the end of 2024. So for me, I don't know, man. That's probably a bit too long. We need midfield players as well. Can Leao, Sterling, and Nkunku all play in the same team? Why not? Why not? Nkunku through the middle, Sterling on the right, Leao on the left. It all comes down to management. This is where Graham Potter, like, can he manage all of these superstars? I even say throw in Joao Felix if you can. Joe, like if we are going to get rid of Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic, which what it looks like, we're going to need to bring in some new players. So, I'm still pro Joao Felix. I think Joao Felix is someone who honestly would change the picture of our attack. Milan has issues renewing as well because they don't want to pay what's owed to Sporting. That's the other issue as well. I think Todd Bowley or somewhere last summer I read that Chelsea's willing to pay Sporting whatever money that is owed to them, whoever is owing them. I don't know whether it's AC Milan owing them or Joao Felix owing them, whatever the case is. I think Todd Bowley is looking to bail them out. AC Milan simply can't pay the wages. The kind of wages he's probably going to be demanding, there's no way AC Milan's going to be able to get that. And this is where Ziyech comes into play. Like, AC Milan, take Ziyech and perhaps give us Leao. Do you know what I mean? Start a little bit of a relationship. And they're keen on Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Honestly, take Ruben as well. I'm not even kidding. Take Ruben if you want. And give him a long-term contract over there. In current market, easily his transfer fee could be 100 million. With Man City and other clubs lurking, it will be difficult. So, look, I just have a sneaky feeling. I'm not worried about competition here because I think this guy wants to join Chelsea Football Club. I really do. I get the vibe that he wants to join Chelsea Football Club. Ziyech plus 70 million, we could get Leao in January. Do you know what? Maybe. Because or else AC Milan will risk even lower price for him next season. And in fact, in the summer, if he's not sold, he'll go on a free, as someone was saying. I think who was it? In Life No Limits. He was saying it as well. So yeah, look, I've recently said how I feel about Rafael Leao. I think that talent, that rawness, that robust pace, that aggressive nature, like it's all there. That technicality, he can create as well at times from that left side. We've seen it for AC Milan, how he's at times set up Giroud. He can score goals. He can score some really beautiful goals as well. My only thing is, and I hope he can work on this, is his off the ball work rate. There are certain things that I want to see him do. Always be on the money, not have this attitude situation where sometimes he's feeling it, sometimes he's not. And I want you to feel it all the time, my man, all the time. So, look, I don't mind Graham Potter aiming for all of these young type of players because I think the more older and the experienced ones, I don't know, man. I don't know whether they fancy Graham Potter, but maybe these young ones, Graham Potter can get a tune out of them and perhaps can develop them to be the player that we want them to be. So I'm all down for Rafael Leao. And yeah, it's coming from Plettigol, who is Florian Plettenberg. German news is his forte, but it seems like he's got an exclusive in regards to Rafael Leao. Let's see a few more comments before we move on to the next topic. T1, does he want Chelsea or does he just want to be out of Milan? I don't really know if he wants to be out of Milan. Like, he's loved there. Like, he starts every game. I think he generally wants to join us. I really do think he generally wants to join us. Robbie is saying, Miz, to be honest, I would like to know what system we are going to play before buy players just because they are big names. A good attack is based on ability, but a great attack is based on chemistry. Now, you're right. Look, I don't know. This is what we have to see once the Premier League season kicks off. What is Graham Potter going to do? Is he going to stick with the back three, wing backs? Like, is he going to play the wing backs as proper wingers, as we saw in Brighton, as we saw a few times with us? What's his philosophy in terms of build up? Does he want to be more direct? It'll be interesting to see exactly how he wants to play his football. What does he want to do? Is it going to be patient build up, like more sort of side to side passes and then wait for that opportunity to find that killer pass, or is it going to be more direct, cut out the side to side, let's go direct route one, or maybe get to the midfield and then one pass to the final third to our attackers and then let them individually do stuff? Or is there going to be a pattern of play in the final third? Like this, we have to see. I'm not sure. From what I saw in Brighton, earlier this year and late last year, or most of last year, it was very good possession-based football. Brighton played some of the best possession-based football. So we'll see. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea to begin contract talks with Jorginho before Christmas. Now, some people were a bit annoyed about this particular news. I saw so many fans re-quoting that and putting all sorts of derogatory comments and slandering Jorginho and putting up all sorts of memes. Now, look, this is where I have the problem with the Chelsea fan base, all right? We have one of our players, like Jorginho, who's achieved so much and is a decent enough player. I'm not going to sit here and lie that he doesn't have flaws. He definitely has flaws. I've always said it. But this is the issue. We will sit here and slander him and talk down on him, and we'll then talk highly about Declan Rice, who's not even a Chelsea player. He's a West Ham player. Like, I can imagine if Jorginho was an absolute bum. Like, we know right at the end, Marcos Alonso, the last few seasons before he left, maybe the last 3 seasons before he left, he wasn't that great, and there were times where it was just horrendous. We can see like why he gets that hate, even though some of that wasn't warranted, but we can see. Similarly with Willian at times, why he got that, because sometimes he would just dribble brainlessly. But with someone like Jorginho, there are some times where he is so crucial to us having control in midfield. And every now and then he'll find those key passes as well. Some people are recent. They have this recency bias. And I'll go with that. In recent match, that ball for Omari Hutchinson, the clip that you all are seeing on social media, how Omari Hutchinson gets the ball from that right side, cuts back in with his left. That ball was from Jorginho. And there's been plenty in recent times where Jorginho's first time pass has been immaculate. Jorginho is not a bum. And the amount of crap this guy sees is mad. And this is where I get annoyed, because someone like Declan Rice, who is a very good player, is a very, very good player. And I've said it many times. I think part of my dislike towards him is probably not even footballing, reasons. It's because of our own fans bigging him up and slandering someone like Jorginho, who's actually achieved a lot of stuff with us. So, and for us. How do you feel about this, ladies and gentlemen? Nearly 140 of you guys, Chelsea to begin contract talks with Jorginho before Christmas. Look, one thing I will say though, I don't mind us moving away from Jorginho. I really don't. I honestly don't mind us moving away from Jorginho. But I do see value in him. I think the word is that apparently Chelsea wants to keep the experience. They can't just influx the entire team with, kids, basically. So they do value his experience and they value his ability. I mean, wasn't it recently where Reece James commented on social media, on Twitter, stating who are the most technical players at Chelsea? He stated Jorginho and Kovacic. Ask so many Premier League players. I think James Maddison said Jorginho, the most technical baller passer that he's seen come up against in the Premier League. And many more. So many people have consistently said Jorginho, and Kovacic as well. So, look, there is value in Jorginho, but I'm not going to shy away from his flaws. I will not shy away from his flaws. There is flaws. You do need to have the right individuals around him to ensure you get the best out of Jorginho. But Jorginho is no bum. So I'm a bit torn. Like, I'm okay if we want to give him a contract extension, but I just thought that maybe this was the perfect time to revamp. Because for me, there are players that can play his role and maybe better. There are ballers out there. Like, for example, Enzo Fernandez. Do you know what I mean? From Argentina, Benfica. And there's more. There's many more like that. So yeah, like, I don't mind it, but I wouldn't. At the same time, I was okay if he was to move on. But let's see what you guys have to say. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat. Georgie lacks physicality, but is basically the brain of the team. There you go. Plus, with the increase in gym work shown, give him a chance first. I'll keep him. There you go. Look, I think one thing we do need to understand, there's a lot of youngsters, man. And quite potentially, I really don't know if Thiago Silva will have the stomach to carry on anymore. He seemed very devastated after that Brazil loss. He was preparing his body for this World Cup. I'm not certain if he will carry on after this season. I'll be delighted if he is. I'll be delighted if he has one more year with us. But I just get the feeling this could be it with Thiago Silva. He'll move on. Azpilicueta will move on. You know, we need leaders, man. Like, Jorginho is an experienced member of the team, and I think the team really appreciates him. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. If Aspi Silva cover leaves, who's going to lead us? There you go. This is exactly what I was just saying. Exactly what I was saying. Chelsea fans like passion merchants running around like headless chicken. Enzo, Kessier, Frankie de Jong. There you go. Barella, Savage, so many better options. Anyone would be better than Jorginho. Look, yeah, these are better options. These are better options. But I don't want to undermine Jorginho. I think, see, the way you've commented this, Nanda Kumar, in a sense where, you know, I feel like it's a little bit of an undermining of Jorginho. Or maybe it's not. Maybe you're just simply just saying, you know, that these players are better. And, you know, in my opinion, they probably are. They probably are better. But all I'm trying to say is that I don't think he's a rubbish player. Like, there is value in Jorginho. In my opinion, Jorginho will be the best beside Declan Rice. We must keep him, play him with a proper DMF, and see what Jorginho can do with his passing and distribution. I don't know, man. I don't know if he will be the best beside Declan Rice. Then what do we expect from Declan Rice? To be a number 8, box to box? I'd rather Declan Rice do what he does for England at the moment. The match against France, that's the kind of Declan Rice I'd probably want to see. And in that case, I then want ballers around Declan Rice, like Jude Bellingham and so on and so forth. Rice played a fantastic game versus France. The way he stopped counters and progressed play was class. Got to move on from J5. No, that game was class. I'm not even going to lie. In fact, I think England was probably better than France in that game. For some reason, France just didn't look up for it. They just got away with the win. I think at the end, more talent, I suppose, has got them the edge. We'll move on to the next topic very soon. Valen, once again, thank you so much for each and every super chat that you're providing. If that's the case, Henderson and Milner would have left Liverpool. Someone like Klopp values experience and leadership. We should too. Exactly. Liverpool fans have the same sort of, you know, complaints. Get rid of Henderson. Get rid of Milner. We need to understand from a manager's perspective, dressing room dynamics. Like, you need leaders. You need people that are able to, you know, grab you by the collar and have a conversation. Like, when things get tough, you need experienced players to step up in the dressing room, give them morale boost. You know what I mean? Nearly 150 of you guys are live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to 100. I would love to get 100 likes during the live stream. That would be fantastic. We're going to move on to the next topics as we go along in this particular live stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it and enjoying the interaction as well. Let's get those likes up immediately. Okay, next up. Dortmund do not want to sell Youssoufa Moukoko to Chelsea in January, but he is a free agent in the summer. Look, this is from CFC Bayern, Christopher, I think his name, Christian Folks. That's it, Christian Folks. Look, this is where the issue is. But he's a free agent in the summer. I think Dortmund really don't have a leg to stand on. This is all on Youssoufa Moukoko now. If he's convinced with Chelsea, if he's convinced with the project that we want to do, if he's convinced with all the youngsters that we're linked with and we're trying to get from Zakarian to all the players that we already have, Kasedi, Chukwuemeka, Omari Hutchinson, Lewis Hall. We're looking at buying a whole heap of other youngsters as well. If he's looking at this and he's excited, he just needs to sign. He just needs to tell Dortmund, I'm sorry, we're not doing anything. I'm not signing a contract extension. It's either I go on a free or you sell me in January and you get some money. So Dortmund really have no power, zero power on this. For once, thank you so much, Lord above, that Dortmund doesn't have the power. Every time they have the power. Every time they seem to have the power. Haaland, now Jude Bellingham, Youssoufa Moukoko, they don't have the power. I hope we get this done, man, in January. With Armando Broja's situation, it's not looking good. I know reports are not out yet, but that scream still buzzes in my ear, man. That really does. Itez DM, is Moukoko really that good? I haven't watched him. Is he overhyped? Look, who isn't overhyped, man? I love when fans go, is he overhyped? Who isn't overhyped? Everyone is overhyped, man. Everyone is overhyped. All I can say is I've seen bits and pieces in recent times since we've been rumored. I've seen some of his stats and they look really, really good in terms of goals and assists. That's what I'm talking about. There's some high praise from many other players. And he's young. He's 18. So, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's overhyped. Like Endrick. Wasn't Endrick overhyped? Like 72 million? 16-year-old? 72 million? Come on, man. The market is mad. But I feel like we have, Youssoufa Moukoko has all the power in this particular situation, and I'm pretty sure we can give him a good contract. Velan, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Barca can tell him to run down and get him for free. Barca can tell him to run down and get him for... Oh, okay, yeah, Barcelona. Yeah, you did say to me yesterday, I think he's a Barca fan, isn't he, Moukoko? Look, Barca's got other issues to worry about than to get someone like Moukoko. I don't think Moukoko is the kind of player that Barca should be thinking about now. Barca, financially, what's going to happen to them? They're in Europa. Like, this club wanted to get Champions League money for next season in advance. Do you know what type of financial issues they're under? Like, luckily for them, players like Gerard Piqué is moving on. I think Jordi Alba might be moving on. Sergio Busquets is probably moving on. Like, they need to open up a lot of their cash before they can even think about getting all these youngsters, man. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Fabrizio Romano. Despite some reports about Arsenal moving into a strong position, my understanding is that there are no favorites at this stage for Joao Felix. His agent is speaking to many clubs, but nothing is advanced yet with Atletico or with the player. Look, then further he goes on to say, I think Joao Felix would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal as for any other club in the world, but he has to play. Regular starter in every single game, otherwise it makes no sense. Look, whoever gets Joao Felix, you're mad if you're just looking at him as a bench player. He's a starter. He would have to start. So that's a given. If you're bringing in someone like Joao Felix, who's going to cost a lot of money, and even if it's on a loan, you need to start him. He demands to be started. Now, if he goes to a club like Arsenal, I'm telling you, Arsenal will honestly become a title contender. They're already looking good. And then you add someone like Joao Felix with all the gun players they already have, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, Xhaka, Partey. Their team is great. Their defense, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, it's very strong team. Then you add Joao Felix. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus is injured for a long term. So this is why they're looking for players. They're looking for Joao Felix. They're even looking at other players. Obviously, Mudryk they've been linked with. We can't allow, honestly, this is why, this is not the reason, one of the reasons. I don't want him to go to Arsenal Football Club. I think someone like Felix at Chelsea Football Club would change us, would change us. And if he goes to Arsenal, It's gonna be long. Felix is proper Man City player. Yeah, I can see him under Pep Guardiola. I'm not even gonna lie, but they've already got so many options there, man. Grealish, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Foden. Yeah, they've got some up and coming players that are coming through as well through their ranks at the moment. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna go for someone like Joao Felix or they're going to be. Don't forget Julian Alvarez. Like they've got a lot of options, man. They've got plenty of options. Do they let go of someone like Joao Felix? I don't think so, but they would have to. They'd have to let someone leave before they can think about getting him. Joao will be perfect for Chelsea. He can play as an inside forward in Potter's system, maybe a better choice than Leao. Hey, I said it yesterday, man. I would actually look at someone like Felix because I feel like his creative sense with a proper striker, obviously now there's no Broya, but Aubameyang, obviously, I think he would get a lot out of Aubameyang. Mount a little bit more deeper. I don't want Mount to be advanced. A little bit more deeper and then move into advanced areas. Mount can play in that midfield. Do you know what I mean? So Joao Felix can link up with the wingers, link up with the strikers. I think for me, it just makes sense. It really does make sense. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit about Hakim Ziyech. Ian Wright, I'm loving Hakim Ziyech at this World Cup. I love the way he's playing. He plays with a different energy when he plays for his country. I watch him at Chelsea, and I'm not being negative, but the difference is this man needs it when he's playing for Morocco. Look, it's the truth. It's the truth. He's loved in Morocco. He's loved by the manager. The manager came out, Walid Regraoui, I think his name is. He came out and said, I give him the love. I give him the confidence. And then he fights for me. He fights like a soldier for me out there. But it's not just Hakim Ziyech. Every single one of those Moroccan players are playing like warriors. There's a good vibe. There's this camaraderie. There's this togetherness. It's infectious, man. It's infectious about Morocco. Of course, he doesn't do this. He can't get this in Chelsea. He doesn't even get a start. Like, in order for someone to provide that level of performance that he's providing in Morocco, he needs to feel like he's wanted. Let's be honest, man. Thomas Tuchel, at most parts, has made him feel like he's not wanted. Let's be honest. Graham Potter has come in, has not even had a look at Hakim Ziyech. So has he meant to come out and play with his life for Chelsea Football Club? He feels like he's unwanted. There was talks about him leaving last summer, let alone this particular season. I know some of you guys might say, but hey, Miz, he gets paid by Chelsea Football Club. That's your employer. You're meant to give in, your best. He can only give the best once he gets prolonged period of game time. The odd game here and there. The odd minute here and there. Like, you got to be able to build a rhythm, man. And it's like any honestly, and this is a genuine situation. I'm going to ask each and every one of you guys, over 170 people live right now. Think about it from your workplace. At your work, if you are ignored, if you are not loved, yes, your employer pays you. You still do the job, but are you actually going to do it to that utmost level from your heart, knowing that everyone around you probably doesn't give a damn about you? I'll tell you right now, I've been in that situation in my previous job. I was getting paid handsomely, but I just felt like I wasn't wanted. I just felt a little bit lonely. I didn't give my best. I still did my job, but I didn't give my best. And then I came back to my previous employer. And this current employer that I'm with, I used to work with them before the last one. So this is the second stint coming back. And this place has always given me love. Always. And you know what I do for them? I wake up sometimes silly hours and do some extra work for them. I'll stay back and do some extra work. I may even throw in a weekend and do some extra work. It's just life philosophy, man. It's life. It really is life. If you think about it from a life perspective, you and me, we're not any different. We're really not any different. So, look, if he's not going to get that type of treatment from Chelsea when he comes back from the World Cup, I'd rather let him go. Simple as that. I'd really rather just let him go. Because have you seen that latest rumor that Bowley was already concerned by Potter performance before the World Cup break? I think if we do finish 7th or below, he will be gone. If so, I want Enrique. I don't believe that. There's some pictures in recent times, them in Abu Dhabi, him, Todd Bowley, Iqbali, and Graham Potter, they're all smiling and laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe that. Like, how's Todd Bowley giving Potter, what, 5-6 year contract, 12 million a year, and then he's going to sack him? Trust me. Potter ain't getting the sack even if he comes 10th. So it's not happening. It is definitely not happening. In my previous job at work, I am not being loved. That's why I quit. There you go. There you go. You perform much better when getting recognition and affection. It's normal human nature that we thrive when appreciated. There you go. There you go. Put yourself in a human situation. Like sometimes we look at these players and we think, oh, why don't they just do it? Like, come on, man. Like, just perform. They're human beings, man. We're human beings with human qualities. Like it doesn't work that way. Okay, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, 180 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button straight away. Let me see how many likes we've got. We'd love to get 100 likes. 73 likes, getting very close. 27 likes to 100 likes for this stream. Hope you guys are all enjoying the interaction, enjoying this live stream, enjoying all the discussion that we're having. Let's get those likes up to 100 before the end of this show. So yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great to get that. Me's on the other side of the coin as motivation to improve and show why you should be picked. There you go. There you go, man. Exactly. Okay, last but not least, Chelsea reportedly keen on signing Portugal under-19 international winger Diego Moreira from Benfica. I've got no idea who this guy is. So I'm going to leave it to you guys in the live chat to let me know who this guy is. Because I don't know. Yet another youngster, under 19. Like, we're getting a bit overboard with this young players situation. Like, need to have a good balance in the team. I get it. We're setting up ourselves for the future, but what's it to say every single one of these youngsters that we're getting linked with or that we're potentially looking to get, that every single one of them are actually going to work out? I don't know, man. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Diego Moreira and Antonio Silva are Benfica prized youngsters. Look, I mean, great, but there are other young players that are experienced as well. Like, what happened to the 22, 23-year-olds? Like, are they grandpas now? Are 22, 23-year-olds grandpas, 24-year-olds grandpas? Like, what happened to players like Enzo Fernandez? I think Enzo Fernandez is like, what, 24, 25? I think what's his name? The Brighton player, midfielder, Caicedo. He's about 24 as well, isn't he? Like, what's going on? Like, why aren't we linked with these type of, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds? Like, we've gone all the way down to 18, 19-year-olds, man. Great that we are. Enzo Fernandez is 21. Wow. Like, I was actually bumping him up even more. So what happened to that? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure. What do you guys know about this player, man? Diego Moreira. Let me know. Young Portuguese wingers always have 5-star skills on FIFA. Bring him in. There you go. Neil Bath, masterclass, perhaps. I feel we should go for Sesko. He's the next Haaland. Yeah, I've seen him play against us. Was he that great? No. I saw that clip against Liverpool pre-season. He looked very good. Maybe he's the next Haaland. Who knows? Too much youngsters. Where is Chelsea heading now? Means I've got no idea, man. I don't know what's happening with Chelsea. I'm okay with youth from other countries, but not from Cobham. Not from Cobham. If anything, some of the Cobham boys are very good, actually. We're preparing for 10 years transferless windows. I love this. It shows our scouts are working. It's good to get these players early and gain. And again, why complain when we are also going for experienced players? Look, if it's a mixture of both, no problems. And I get it. Like, we are looking to have that multi-dimensional structure where we want to have other clubs that we want to own across the world. So maybe getting all these young players, we're probably just going to throw him there on loan, possibly. So we'll see. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. At least we know Neil Bath is doing his job. No, absolutely right. You're right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I shall see you guys for the watch along. Argentina versus Croatia. Gonna cheer on Kovacic. So many players that we are linked with in that match. Recently, we've been linked with Molina, Nuhuel Molina. We've been, obviously, there's going to be a keen eye on Enzo Fernandez. I don't think Chelsea will get him, but you never know down the track ever. But it'll be interesting to see him. Of course, Leo Messi. How we can forget that? Lots of players from Croatia. Kovacic, our boy Kovacic. We're going to cheer him on. Variol, of course. Juranovic, of course. The goalkeeper, what's his name? Forgot the goalkeeper's name. Someone tell me what the goalkeeper's name is. I'm pretty sure one of you guys will tell me immediately in the live chat. Livakovic, there you go. Livakovic, yeah. Livakovic is one to look out for as well. So it's going to be a mad watch along. So hope to see you guys all for that watch along. I'll set up the page very soon. So we shall see you there. Only 14 more likes left to get 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's smash the like button. Once again, hope you guys have enjoyed this. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for the semi-final watch along, Argentina versus Croatia. Until then, see ya.